Good morning, everybody. Want to say top of the morning to each and every one of you out there, and want to say thank you to Andy, to the Rooster, and also to Jamie Lynn, and for allowing us to take over the last hour of the show. We are live. This is Tim Ridley. We are live in Wilmington, Ohio, from the Roberts Center, right here, broadcasting from the lobby of this wonderful place. And met so many great people here on yesterday, and also this morning as well at the Expedite Expo 2015. This is their 15th anniversary. 15 years and still counting is what they say around here. But great to be here with you. We'll be here with you for the next hour. I'll have some guests lined up, and as with right now, we have a couple of guests. Those of you who listen to us on a regular basis, I know this is a weekend show, but those of you who listen to us on a regular basis during the week may have heard of Kelly and Jackie with KJ Media, and they are with me right now. As a matter of fact, Jackie just finished doing some push-ups, and I guess I need to catch up with her now. I hadn't even done my exercises this morning. But Jackie, good morning to you.
Good morning, Tim.
And thank you. Oh, hold on. Let me turn your mic on. All right, good morning.
Good morning, Tim.
It's so wonderful to have you here with us in person. Generally, we're on the phones.
Yeah, it is a pleasure to finally meet you face-to-face, and it's a pleasure to be here at the Expo.
Yeah, likewise. Great meeting you. And Kelly, pleasure meeting you as well. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Tim. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm great. This has been so much fun.
You know, I mentioned yesterday, we met yesterday, we had lunch. Actually, I had lunch and they watched. And maybe I should have been watching me, you know, and not having lunch, but at any rate, had lunch. And we were talking about how perky and how pleasant they are early in the morning on the show, and they're just like that even midday, you know, so you don't really wind down any, do you?
Yeah. It takes a lot of cups of coffee to keep that type of momentum throughout the day.
Is that why you had coffee yesterday when I was eating?
Did.
Well, good. Again, it's great to be here with you and great having you here. Now, yesterday you had a chance to walk around, see some things, and what do you think about the expo?
I think it's great. One of the things that I really like is all the equipment we've been able to see. That Freightliner, the sleeper Freightliner, was awesome. I couldn't believe that there was a full kitchen in the back there, and it's been great. There's been some awesome companies here for drivers to talk to and learn about their opportunities. A lot of great fun things too. Tim, you did a little singing yesterday with Joey Holiday. That was awesome.
I got to say that was my favorite part of yesterday. That had to be a highlight. Absolutely.
Well, you girls are making me feel great. When Kelly mentioned this, I'm thinking, oh boy, here we go. Get ready to go downhill talking about my singing yesterday. But you know how to make someone feel great. Make a brother feel good, you know.
Yeah.
But we had a great time. Actually, I got strong-armed into coming on stage with Joy Holiday, and Joy's a great guy. And as a matter of fact, those of you, if you're out in the parking lots listening, or if you're on your way here, Joy Holiday is going to be, he's in concert here. Yesterday he was singing. Today he will be singing in about another hour from now, so be sure to come by. But anyway, I was just walking past the stage, or trying to sneak past the stage, and all of a sudden he stops and yells my name, and also he had Ann. She's a recruiter with one of the folks here, one of the companies here, and so she started trying to get me to come up there, and so next thing you know, I'm on stage, and you girls were not there at first, but then when you learned about it, you wanted an encore, so we had to get back up there and do it again. So did I embarrass myself too badly?
No, and it wasn't too hard to get you back up there again. You were pretty willing to do it.
Yeah, well, they didn't have to twist my arm much,
no.
did they? Yeah.
No, you did a great job, though.
But we appreciate you being fans out there. That gave us the courage to keep going. So I appreciate the
absolutely.
clapping and all that. So.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the hokey pokey again today.
We tore the hokey pokey.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, we
that
sure
was
did.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, you guys were all into it too.
Yeah. Well, the goal is to get at least 30 people over there doing it today. So
that's what we told Joey we would do.
All right.
Around 11:30 today is what we're thinking.
11:30 Andy getting 30 people, 30 drivers.
30 drivers, 30 recruiters,
anybody that wants to come out there and do the hokey pokey with us.
Absolutely. Let's have a good time today.
All right, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And you know the thing about it, Wilmington will not be the same after we leave here.
Let's leave a mark.
Yeah, let's leave a mark. And what happens in Wilmington during the hokey pokey and all the shaking and everything stays in Wilmington.
Absolutely,
Right?
yeah.
All right. But you were mentioning, Kelly, about the sleepers. I know you and Jackie both had the opportunity to actually get behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler, some time back, about, a couple of years?
About a year ago, we had the opportunity to drive one of our clients. So
Yeah.
that was extremely tough, way tougher than I could have imagined.
And you mentioned to me yesterday that it even gave you a different insight in terms of what the drivers go through out there on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got to feel firsthand, how big it is to sit behind one of those 18-wheelers and how difficult it is to drive one. So definitely have more of appreciation for everything that they do.
Yeah, and the amount of weight that the drivers are hauling, and how cars sometimes don't appreciate drivers on the highways, and you see these cars cutting off drivers, and now being in the industry and driving an 18-wheeler herself, that's when we're defending the drivers, and we're like, it's time to make some awareness for treating truckers on the road.
And it made you a better driver around trucks.
Absolutely, yeah.
Was it you that told me yesterday that you used to be one of those drivers?
I was in the left lane, yeah, absolutely.
And now you show more respect to drivers because you know what the challenges that they're faced with.
Yeah, absolutely.
And both of you were equally impressed with the sleepers that they have. They have the sleeper companies here, and both of you were equally impressed as far as the sleepers and everything.
Oh, it is like a mini mobile home. They are amazing.
It's beautiful. Yeah, I had no idea how gorgeous they were.
Yeah. And I was telling you that some of the sleepers even have a fireplace and, have the full shower.
House on wheels.
Yeah, house on wheels.
It really is.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. We're going to pause and take us a quick break, and we'll be back on the other side, and we'll talk about your upcoming survey. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be great, and we're going to be talking about recruiting, basically, and focusing on that. So we'll be back in just a bit. This is Tim Ridley live from the Expedite Expo in Wilmington, Ohio. And by the way, if you're in the area, if you're going to be going through the area, have just a little bit of time to spare, 30 minutes during your break, or if you're having a whole day, come out here. We're at Interstate 71 in Ohio, exit 50, exit 50 is where you can find us. We're at the Roberts Center. You can't miss us. You just go out to the middle of the cornfield and turn right. Well, actually, it used to be a cornfield. It's not anymore. But Chaplain Joe Hunter and Jan are here. You got an array of people. John Osborne with the Spirit Truck. They're signing up members for OIDA. A bunch of people are here. And of course, St. Christopher Fund. We have... Buck Black, trucker therapist Buck Black, is manning the booth at the TA Petro booth, and the folks at TA Petro are so kind to help him, line people up to spin the wheel. I even spun the wheel yesterday and won me a little bit of a prize. Actually, it was a real nice prize that I got, but we're having a great time. Hope you guys and gals can join us. We'll be back in just a bit. This is Tim Ridley on the Dave Nemo Weekend Show with Jamie Lynn and the Rooster, Sirius XM Satellite Radio. Right here in Wilmington, Ohio at the Expedite Expo 2015 Convention Truck Show. And by the way, speaking of truck shows, there's going to be a working truck show in the parking lot today. Also, the All-American Antique Working Truck Show. So it's going to be a lot more activity out here today than it was yesterday. And as a matter of fact, there's more foot traffic today, which is not uncommon for truck shows, but we thought there were quite a few yesterday at this time, and I would say probably double the amount of people out here this time today, this morning. But again, it's so great to be here with you. Certainly appreciate you listening in as we broadcast live from the expo. And again, we have Kelly with us and also Jackie with us with KJ Media. Well, Jackie, let's go ahead and get into the next survey.
Yes, so we are holding a survey. It's on truckinggetssocial.com. And it's for all you drivers out there, and it's a recruiting survey. And really what we want to find is, and even being at the show, what draws you into a carrier? What's the initial thing that you're looking for when you sign on or interview with a recruiter? So we're hosting that survey on truckinggetsocial.com, and next time we're on the show, we're really excited to show the results.
All right, we'll be looking forward to it as well. And Kelly, you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, we just really want to hear what it is that draws them into a company, whether it be the equipment, whether it is talking to, another driver. We see some companies that brought senior drivers here to recruit drivers, if it's talking to them. What is it about an ad online that kind of draws our attention? So just really want to hear the feedback from the drivers, what they're looking for, so we can relay it to our customers.
It's kind of strange as you were talking about that, Kelly. My mind went back many years ago, and it was not uncommon then, like in the 80s, especially in the 80s, where a driver didn't care about how much money he made. It was all about a pretty truck. He wanted a real nice looking truck. He wanted a nice Peterbilt, and with the long hood out there, or either a cab over Peterbilt, with the double sleeper or something. And I remember hearing drivers say, this was the saying with some drivers years ago, well, I'll pay him to drive that nice truck, But times have changed over the years. Drivers expect things, different things. They expect more, which they should, and they expect they have certain criteria that they look for. One, as we talked about before, is how a driver is treated. And then you look at not only how a driver is treated, but you look at pay, you look at home time, benefits, and things like that are more important. So the focus has changed quite a bit over the years.
Yeah, absolutely. And we love that a lot of the carriers brought senior drivers here, because it's a way for them to relate to, what current drivers that are working for the particular company, what they like.
Right.
Because feeling valued, it's hard to illustrate that in an ad or illustrate that on a, commercial break. So it's great that they have the opportunity to speak with other drivers.
Right, absolutely. And that makes a big difference right there.
Yeah.
To speak to someone who's there, because a lot of times the driver is the biggest recruiter for that company.
Yeah.
Yep. And then it goes, safety is always such a huge important factor for drivers and looking for a job too. Just so to see that a company has good equipment and that it's in good shape, that really draws drivers in as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is going to be interesting to see, what the outcome is going to be.
Yeah, we're really excited to hear from the drivers and exactly what it is that they're looking for. So again, it's on truckinggetsocial.com.
Truckinggetsocial.com. And you get a lot of participants, don't you?
We do.
In these surveys.
Yeah. Last survey we had over 20,000 drivers that submitted, that completed the survey, which is great. And I think and we've been running this survey for a couple of weeks, and we have about 5,000 to 6,000 drivers that have completed this survey.
Wow, that's really great.
Yeah, so it's great. So we're able to get a true mark of what the drivers are looking for out there. So feel free to go to the website and check it out, and please fill out the survey.
One of the things is that it makes a person feel better, regardless of what industry he or she is in, to know that someone cares enough to take the time to find out what they need or what's important to them. And this is with this survey, the drivers are having a voice as to what is important to him or her.
Yeah, yep. And with them, we're able to relay it to our customers, which are the trucking companies. So we're able to really, hone in on exactly what the drivers want and then give it to the companies that are hiring them. And
I asked you this, I think it was on the last time you guys were on the show with me, as far as the companies you're working with are very receptive to the ideas that the drivers bring to the table. From what I understand.
Yeah, they want to hear firsthand from the drivers. And running these surveys are a perfect example and a perfect way for us to illustrate that to the carriers. And they're really receptive to hearing what the drivers have to say.
Well, that's great. That's great. And that, again, too, makes a big difference, too, because I remember a time when companies didn't care, and they're, I shouldn't say, it's not all companies, but there were a lot of companies back then that did not care and did not want to hear. But as things shifted, in terms of what the driver's expectations, and then companies knew in order to retain, because you can recruit the driver.
Absolutely.
But how do you retain that driver? So these companies are now, pushing to the forefront of trying to figure out how can we reduce turnover and how can we retain these drivers.
Yeah, companies are, like you just said, are very open to new ideas and hearing exactly what the drivers want in order to retain them, because retention is such a big issue. So we're really happy to see our customers really being open to what the drivers have to say.
And we really appreciate the work that you guys are doing too.
So we appreciate being on the show, Tim.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, and now you got a chance to cheer me on yesterday, and I've already been invited to go back out there today to do some more singing. I had a threat on yesterday that Dreamer said that he was going to put me on YouTube, but I hope he didn't. You didn't see him out there recording anything.
No, but we recorded it. So
he
recorded
you.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So we will be putting that up on YouTube. So everybody, all the listeners will be able to see your action.
No.
So if you're interested, go to trucking.social.com. Go on Monday, and we'll have a couple YouTube videos up.
My mother used to always say when I was coming up, someone is always watching. Always be on your best behavior. Now it's really true now, because everybody has a camera and everybody has a video. A recording device, and there you go. All right. Well, we're going to have fun, and you guys are going to have to come up there and join us today too.
Well, we'll see.
Maybe.
All right. Is that why you were
someone has to
practicing?
cheer you on, Tim.
Well,
someone needs to video you.
yeah, because you're right. Well, not the video, but cheer me on. Because if you don't cheer me on, I won't have anybody out there to cheer me, right? Yeah, so I'll bring my cheerleaders on stage. I won't have anybody.
Well, we're your number one fans.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's good. That's good. Anything else that you plan to see today? Oh, my goodness. Look who's coming up.
Hi, Ann.
Yeah, come on up here, Ann. Come on up here. And is there anything else in particular that you all looking forward to seeing today, or just continue?
I want to try that race car simulator that I didn't get a chance to yesterday.
And it was my fault. I didn't think about it until after you left, and I felt guilty about that, because I told you that, take you over there and introduce you to Buzz and his wife, Lori, and get you in that simulator. Didn't think about it until after you left, so we will definitely get that done.
I'm looking forward to that.
That'll be fun.
All right, good. And we have just a few minutes, and I'm going to bring the party crasher in here. Well, you can give her your headset, and oh, is that what I figured? That's what you were doing. She's up here posing, and somebody's out there taking pictures with her. Oh, boy, look at it. Okay, this is, and she's doing a selfie, too. This is Ann Keel. She is a recruiter. Well, you tell everybody who you are.
Oh, I'm a recruiter for premium transportation based out of Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah, and based out of Toledo, Ohio. I was tasked with the difficult task of being your babysitter last night, but and that's why I'm worn out now. That was a hard job. Can you stop posing for pictures and talk? Look at her. She brought the paparazzi with it.
I just have one question.
Yes, what's the question?
Am I going to look fat on the radio?
No. And I have a face for radio, so I don't even worry about that.
See, me too.
Yeah.
I have such a good radio presence.
Let me paint this picture to the audience, to the listening audience. Now, you can't see what's going on up here on the stage. We have people out in the audience. And as a matter of fact, one of my guests, she's guilty. Mandy's going to be up here a little bit later on. But they are taking pictures of these girls, and they are up here holding the peace sign, and they're posing, and I'm up here talking my heart out, and you're not even paying any attention, not even looking at me. You're looking over at the camera.
You have such a wonderful voice. It's just soothing and relaxing, so I feel confident that I can look around.
And by the way, this is my partner in crime right here. She was up on stage singing too. Yeah.
Are you going to get up there again today, Ann?
Absolutely. We're going to do the hokey pokey.
Yeah. Everybody's talking about the hokey pokey, so we're going to have to do that again.
Oh, absolutely.
What was the first song we sang? We had an encore on that one.
My Girl.
Yeah, My Girl.
The Temptations.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
I've got sunshine.
Yeah, there you go.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot.
I'm sure it wasn't fun for everybody standing around us, but I had fun.
Yeah, I forgot to tell Joey, and Joey made us sound better.
Yeah, Joey was great.
Yeah, I forgot.
He's always wonderful.
I forgot to tell him to turn our mics off and just keep his on.
I kept trying to do that, and he would turn it up. It's like, oh, come on. I tried.
Yeah. Well, are you seeing more And are you seeing more foot traffic this morning?
Yes.
Yeah.
People are home for the weekend, and people are off work on Saturdays, townsfolk and all that, so they're coming through. It'll probably pick up around noon.
Yeah, it's going to pick up even more. But I was just mentioning on the air, it's even more this morning than it was yesterday at this time, So people are out here. I've seen some families out here and just having a great time. It's a lot going on, a lot of companies, and your company is being one. And you've been in the trucking industry yourself, Ann, for over
31 years.
Yeah, 31 years. And you started out actually with truckload.
Steel.
Yeah, steel haulers.
Back the day of scandal sheets and bingo cards.
Yeah. You remember those days. And then now you're with the expediting. We were talking at dinner, and it was so amazing that how the expediting world can just keep you moving like that. There's so much freight to be moved by vans and straight trucks. It's phenomenal.
Yes, it's wonderful. It's amazing. It's time critical shipments. Everybody's in a hurry, and then you sit around and wait.
Yeah, and that's what you were telling me last night. You and also Jim, who is another recruiter with Premier
Transportation.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know why I'm thinking about Premier, but
did you have a Premier guest?
She's a little vain, you all. She's just beside herself. But yeah,
just double wide. That's not.
Kelly, you want to help me? I'm done. Kelly, just take over the show for me, all right?
I think Ann's doing a great job.
You see what kind of position, what kind of hardship I had last night trying to be her babysitter.
Hey, but we went and had great ribs.
Yeah, now she did turn us on to some great ribs, so I have to say this. That's why I took the job, because she fed me real good first with some good barbecue ribs. That was a good rib job.
Yeah, there's one other one in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. It's like the only other one.
We may have to follow you around. We'll just do our remotes around Ann where she travels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you have to come to my yacht club on the weekends and sit on the boat and do some hillbilly yachting.
Do some hillbilly yachting?
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Sitting on a bucket drinking PBR. Won't even take the boat out in the water because it'll get dirty.
Kelly, why did I ask?
You didn't totally asked.
Just remind me not to ask her any other questions, all right? Have you ever heard of that?
No. Should I ask you some questions? How long have you been in radio?
No. I'm interviewing you. Well, I was. I'm not anymore. I'm getting ready to turn your mic off, as a matter of fact. You're done. All right, Jackie, you can come back over here and get out of here. All right, we'll see you in the parking lot a little bit later on to sing, all right, doing the hokey pokey. All right, we're going to give out that website once again before the break. Jackie, you want to... Well, Jackie is still donning that headset. All right, got it.
Got it. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
All right, you want to give out that website?
Yep, the website is truckinggetsocial.com.
All right, go on there and take this survey. And in terms of recruiting, what draws you to a trucking company? What catches your eye? Mm-hmm. Okay, and Kelly, any last words?
Just really excited to hear the feedback from the drivers, so hoping we get a lot of responses.
And we will...
I'm Karen Hunter, Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist, publisher.